let's move on to number 15.
Turn the headlights down and let the night roll in. The darker that it gets, the clearer we begin. Number 15, top 40 classic. Drive on into the dark and you will see. Number 15, top 40 classic.
I want to give Kyle all the credit in the world right now because he's the one that was taking he's taking the music from here on out. So again, full transparency, we use Suno. It's scratch tracks, and we'll get to a point where we can hire musicians down the road.
That was inspired by Dark Star, the Grateful Dead tune, because Dark Sky. So there you go.
Okay,
nice.
That is outstanding work. Kyle, please, your intro now.
All right. Light pollution is a real growing environmental and safety problem. It also has a serious communications problem. People don't notice it. So Bray Company and the nonprofit DarkSky International made a wildly ambitious move for this pro bono brief. Instead of explaining light pollution better, they walked directly into the industry, causing much of it. DarkSky officially renamed itself into a car company, DarkSky Motors, and designed and built the DarkSky One, the first vehicle ever engineered for nighttime first. The principle, darkness helps you see better. They used real automotive design processes, AI-assisted modeling, and convinced one of the world's great car design firms in Tokyo to also work pro bono. The launch followed real automotive conventions, pre-release spy shots seeded to automotive bloggers, and then a debut at the Detroit Auto Show. Substantial earned attention across auto, tech, design, and mainstream media, and less than 2 months after the launch, U.S. Congress directed regulators to examine overly bright headlights for the first time. Number 15, DarkSky International from Bray Company.
Nice, Dan. We're going to take a look at this and then we're going to chat about it.
Light pollution affects our health, safety, wildlife, and cities. But for most people, it isn't thought about. And talking about changing light bulbs doesn't capture attention. Plus, no one wants to be told what to do. So instead of another nonprofit campaign saying we need to change behavior, we turned the not-for-profit into an automotive brand and created a car that embodies how to design for reduced light pollution. The awareness campaign became a car, the DarkSky One, the first car in automotive history designed for nighttime first. A vehicle built to enter popular culture and create discussion about designing to reduce light pollution. Cars have always been designed for daylight first. More brightness has become shorthand for progress in automotive. The industry hadn't thought about designing for darkness first ever. We had to have a fresh approach to car design. This wasn't conceptual. We used AI to model how light behaves across every angle of the car, informing form, surfaces, and lighting decisions. One of the world's leading car design firms designed the DarkSky One as a real automotive proposition. We launched it like a real car. Leaked influencer shots fooled auto media. Then, a full reveal at the Detroit Auto Show, 22 days after DarkSky International released its lighting policy framework, 15 days after the DarkSky One launched, and 3 days after the Detroit Auto Show ended. The US Congress directed regulators to crack down on overly bright LED headlights for the first time. The DarkSky One. The car was the campaign.
So cool.
Okay, let's start with the brief. This is wild card, by the way.
Yes,
in that category, which makes sense. So Dan, let's start off with the brief and the strategy. I mean, I think we have a good sense of it, but the thing that stands out to me is when you say no one wants to be preached to, and that whole thing, you're flipping it, inverting that a bit. Talk about the brief strategy and how you landed on, okay, this is what we really have to do.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much summed up the brief in a nutshell right there. It's,
this brand, DarkSky International, they always lead with this sincere, rational messaging, as I'm sure many nonprofits do. The brief was pretty much, it was very open-ended. It was like, guys, how do we do anything different, right? How do we get a back door into our audience's minds? And, they were very receptive to having a very unexpected, surprising back door to get the most staying power. So when I think back to the really beginning of our strategy in terms of how we can go beyond just talking about light bulbs and lighting behavior, is, how can we change the discussion? We landed on one core insight, Doug and Kyle. And that insight was that darkness helps you see better. That was the line we kept returning to. Darkness helps you see better. So it's this counterintuitive truth that light can blind, darkness can illuminate. And where is that most true, or where is that so obviously true? On the roads at night when you're driving, right? We've all been there. We all know that feeling. And then you're like, oh yeah, darkness has helped me see better, maybe more than once, many times. So that's how we got down this crazy road of turning DarkSky International into an automotive brand, so to speak.
Let's take a look at the 30, because this is great.
To evolve is not just to survive or to adapt. To evolve is to ascend, breaking through to a new frontier beyond the light. Introducing the DarkSky One, built for darkness.
Love it. What kind of response, have you gotten from people? Like, is there a lot of like, where can I get this car, or what has the response been from people?
So yeah, Kyle, you touched on it, that leading up to that Detroit Auto Show drop where we revealed this as, a spec car. We did have this whole tease rollout. There were influencers. There was this whole kind of organic Instagram campaign where people were treating it as real and sincere. So we did get that desired effect. And I mean, just from a, pure numbers, put it in a deck standpoint, we got, I have this, we have like 20 something million earned impressions from this, which is not a number that DarkSky was getting organically otherwise. So we got some great responses, and the client themselves they were delighted about it. So that was fun to show them.
That's the best you can ask for. Yeah.
Yeah. Similar reaction as to what you're giving me here.
Yeah,
Right.
no, and it is a reminder of inventiveness, intuition, also a reminder to any client, especially brand clients and charity clients, any client out there. The more you trust your agencies, the better off you will be, because you might not land on it right away, but you may land on it sooner than later. My guess is this isn't the first work that you've done for them, and is it the first work you've done? So you're getting out of the gate. So you're getting out of the gate hot.
It was the first. Yeah, we just partnered with them last year.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So
cool.
Okay. So what's the pressure like to do an encore? I mean, the automotive press are gonna. I mean, like, it's that Dan guy again.
We would love that pressure. We would welcome it. I mean, it's such a breath of fresh air to have an organization and a partner who the brief is a blank check to go crazy. The first round of creative we sent to them, Doug, they wanted us to go even more extreme. That never happens for us. All right. They're like, it's your most extreme ideas. We want to see more down that route. So hopefully there's more pressure. Hopefully we have a round 2 and 3 coming up.
I love it. I love it.
Great.
Well, Dan, fantastic work. Of course, Peter Bray, one of the early supporters of Indie Agency News. We can't thank you enough. And we had our impromptu Palm Springs meeting earlier this spring.
I highly regards. And thank you for having us. We really appreciate being here.
Yeah, of course. Congratulations. I highly recommend a Palm Springs impromptu.
Yes.
All right, Dan. Thanks for being here with us.